Nothing, where you at? I am. What are you
Where I got the idea originally for Small Talk was, you know, growing up, you go to a lot of parties, be it like a kegger party or just like some social kind of gathering for work or whatever. But I noticed that when I go to these parties, that, you tend to meet a whole different array of type of people. And from conversations that I picked up on or I've overheard, not eavesdropping or anything, but I listen to different people and what their views on things are and what they talk about at parties, and it was just really interesting to me to try to capture those kind of moments onto video to kind of tell a story.
Okay, I look at relationships like this. It's like a pipeline. If it breaks, you can patch it, but the foundation of the pipe will never be as strong as it was before.
Can I offer you some salad?
I always thought it was really interesting to meet something different and new at a party, and also there's people that you really didn't want to meet, but you kind of ended up talking to them and kind of getting stuck with them, and usually you remember some of the things that they talk about, be it good or bad.
I do some sculpting too.
Oh, that's cool. Do you ever wonder if that's really what you want to do? I mean, there's a lot of money to be made out there.
Yeah, but money's it's not really my motivation. I'm not really looking to make a whole lot of money just to make money.
Okay, I'm E.J. Bernardo. I am the brother of the writer-director of the epic piece Small Talk, 30-minute short. I also edit, and this is our second movie that we're working in production.
Action!
Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the voice from the south.
Our first day of shooting, we try to stay on schedule because we do have such a limited time.
Well, the bottle's down there already, and then you come back into frame, you go.
I would say the easiest day to shoot was probably George and Laura's, Abby Michaels' day.
So how was your last relationship?
It was okay. We got along.
Other than the fact that it was like 30 below, and we had to rush things, so we had kind of settled for what we had.
Actors and actresses that know their lines, it made my job a lot easier.
I think maybe we should shoot it one more time. I mean, once the lines are completely with us. But I mean, as long as it looks natural, I think it's good.
All credit for this production goes to my cast and crew. Without them, we'd still be shooting this movie.
Here's our lighting guy.
Who are you? Boss confirmed it. Okay.
The way that the actors and actresses interpreted the screenplay, it was fairly straightforward. There was a couple, misinterpretations of the characters, but after talking to them for a while, I mean, specifically Candace and Maggie, their view on how things were was kind of confusing. They thought it was one thing, then I kind of went through how I came up with the characters when writing them, and they understood.
Probably the strongest part of the production was probably the acting and the patience that the people had. Just because like sometimes we need to get the lighting, situated, it could take up to like an hour for them.
Tell them if they come out, they don't get back in. I don't care if they have a stamp on their hand. Wow. The people walking in now?
Yeah, 3 weekends it took. It was about 8 hours each day that we shot, so we put in about at least about 24 to 30 hours of just shooting time, setting up shots, and didn't realize how difficult it was to shoot in different kind of locations.
We do it like this.
The person who played Maggie, first-time actress, wonderful, very easy to work with. She actually had to fill in for someone else who was cast for the part, but unfortunately that person was unable to fulfill, doing the part, which we understood, but she played the part wonderfully. With Katie, who plays the part of Candace again. And I think that, after we got through all the interpretations of the characters, the David and Alex ones were pretty straightforward. It's probably one of my favorite, one of the most difficult and challenging things to shoot, but one of the most fulfilling things I've ever shot as well, where they nailed the parts. For the first couple hours of our first day of shooting was a bit chaotic, but as soon as we got everything in place, and as soon as we got everything all set up with lighting wise and set wise, then everything tended to move pretty smoothly.
Other than the first day, everything seemed pretty much on the table, so to speak. And I wish they were, the last 2 days were actually the best ones.
The next 2 days of shooting actually went a lot smoother because of that kind of a hurdle that we had to go over on our first day of shooting.